Hey folks, Mr. Heiser here, going over the sketch plane cube project or assignment in the 3D printing course. This is a how-to video that kind of goes over some things we talked about in class on how to do your sketch plane cube project. So this is your Inventor home screen, as it's known as, and just like anything we always do, we start with a brand new part file. So I'm going to open up a standard.ipt, which is an Inventor part file, and be patient, it may take a little while to load. Alright, and here's our part file. It's a little off the screen up here, but I want to come up here and remember select Create 2D Sketch. And it's going to bring up these series of coordinate planes or work planes. And I want to select the XY plane right here. You'll notice that my view cube is now on the front. I can see the origin right here in the middle, the yellow dot. And my ribbon is set for me to start sketching. So the first thing we were supposed to do was draw a perfect 2-inch cube. So I'm going to come up here and select the rectangle tool. And remember, start from the origin. There's my green dot, letting me know that I'm clicked on. Click and move my mouse. And there's my box. I can right click and hit OK, or I can hit escape on the keyboard. Either one gets me out of the rectangle command. Okay. I have 2 dimensions needed down here in the lower right hand corner. Notice 2 of my lines are blue and 2 of my lines are green. I'm going to use the equal tool up here, which is in my geometric constraint tools, those red and black tools I talked about in class. And I'm going to select 1 horizontal line and 1 vertical line. You'll notice that my shape changed. Right click OK. And I now only have 1 dimension needed. I'm going to use my dimension tool up here. And remember, dimensions give us numerical value or measurement to our geometry. And I'm going to click on any line and click again, and I'm going to type in the number 2 because I want to make a 2-inch box. And there it is. So if it goes off the screen, remember, you can just click on the front face of your view cube and it takes you right back. So now my lines are all blue. It says that I'm fully constrained, which means I'm ready to go on to 3D modeling. So I can click Finish Sketch, click on my home view, and I'm going to select the Extrude tool up here, which is going to give a 2-dimensional shape depth, as you see here, and type in the number 2, because I'm trying to make a perfect 2-inch cube. And there it is. So that's step 1. Okay. Step 2 is going to be adding features to this solid 3D model. So I'm going to come up here and select a sketch plane. And like I talked about in class, the steps are pretty much the same. You're just doing a little different things each time. So if I want to put the circle that pops out in the front here, I'm going to click on this front face. I'm going to center it. I'm going to click Project Geometry, because you'll notice that my border is now yellow on my shape. And I'm going to put a circle on here because I'm going to make a circle pop out. Now it says I'm missing 3 dimensions. And as I talked about in class, we dimension 3 things. First is the actual circle. And we dimension that to 1. That's the diameter of the circle. Second and third is from the center point. So from the center of the circle to a horizontal edge of the cube, I'm going to place a dimension of 1. And from the center point of a circle to a vertical edge of the cube, I'm going to dimension that to 1 as well. You'll now notice that I'm fully constrained. My geometry is all blue. So I can click Finish Sketch and Extrude, except I actually have to physically come down and click on the circle I want to pop out and change this to 0.5. And there is my circle notch that pops out. Next thing I need to do is put a square on the right side that pops out. So again, 2D sketch, project the geometry, sketch my geometry. This time I'm going to use the rectangle tool. And it says I'm missing 4 dimensions. Well, because this is a square, I know I can use my equal tool up here and make this equal. And I know that's a 1-inch square, so I just have to dimension this to 1. And just like that, I changed it from 4 dimensions needed to 2. Now, because there's no center point on the square, I have to dimension from an edge to an edge. So from the right side to the right side should be 0.5. And from the bottom to the bottom should be 0.5. You'll notice that my geometry is all blue. I'm fully constrained, so I can click Finish Sketch and Extrude. And don't forget to click on the square. And there it is. So that's how you make something that extrudes or pops out. The last step is to put the hole in the top. So again, 2D sketch, project geometry. Now to make a hole, you do not use the circle command. You use the point tool because you're creating a point of a hole. So I just randomly put my point somewhere on here. And I'm going to dimension from the center point to a horizontal edge, and from the center point to a vertical edge. You'll notice that I'm fully constrained, so I'm going to finish the sketch. I do not click Extrude though. Because I want to create a hole, I'm going to select the Hole tool. And click that. And for the sake of this project, the only thing we need to do is change this to distance because we want our hole to go down a specific distance. And we're going to change our diameter here to 1. Your depth should already be at 1, and just simply click OK. And that is how you create the sketch plane cube. Don't forget to take your screenshot and answer your conclusion questions. And that is it.